I'm immune compromised. I had to do it. So I think that we should all call a really quick collective bullshit. How many people like grew up in this area? Like, quick show of hands. Do you guys know what fluff is? Yeah. Right. Okay, so I met a guy who tried to sell me on the fact that he's like in his 50s, that he grew up in Melrose or Malden, and he had never heard of fluff. Like, I'm going to call a little bit of bullshit. Like, what rock did you live under? Because I had it as an alternative meal at my school, so I am calling bullshit that you don't. Who are your friends? You need new friends if you've never had fluff. I myself love fluff. Shocker, right? Because you are what you eat, and I am a fluffy bitch. And I'm okay with that. And I really, honestly, I do love fluff, and you are going to love this one, because not all of you are going to get this. But, so I love fluff, right? Like, I like fluff as much as Will Ferrell likes Christmas. No, okay, so like, just to give you a picture, I love me some fluff. So I'm sitting there with one of my friends one day, and she's looking through, like, jobs, and she's like, Molly, they're hiring fluffers. And I'm trying to be like all quiet, and I'm like all excited, like, am I gonna like pass around like some peanut butter and fluff sandwiches? Like, I want this job. How do I like contain my excitement? And so finally I just like let it out of the bag, and I told my friend, I'm like, oh my God, I want it. I want the job. How do I get it? Do I go to Lynn? She's looking at me like, Molly, why do you want to be a fluffer? And I'm like, seems obvious to me. Like, I don't know how you don't want to be a fluffer. So this is an educational point. I was 44 when I learned what a fluffer was. A fluffer is someone who keeps a penis hard during a porn set. So there's that. Anyway, so I love me some fluff. I also embrace my fat ass. Like, if I were to ask my husband, honey, does my ass look fat in this? And he said, no, I'd be pissed. I would be genuinely mad, because then I wouldn't be able to dance to I like big butts and I cannot lie. And I was 40 before some of my friends, like, I talk about this guy's friends. I never heard the song Fat Bottom Girls Make the World Go Round. Who are my friends? Like, they all failed me, and I'm not sure which one I'm mad at, but it pisses me off. So not much fucking funny about cancer, but I just beat it. So I'm like, woo, fuck cancer, yeah. And then I just got re-diagnosed, but that's okay. I'm going to tell you some funny things that happened to me with my cancer. So the first one was the guy who told me that I had it told me it's actually Matt Damon's father's doctor. So like, he's a really, really smart guy. And he comes in and I'm laying in the bed with my husband, right? And he goes, oh, who would this be? The sarcasm in me is boiling over, like, to this smart man. I'm like, it's just a guy I found out in the hall. Like, who the fuck do you think it is, guy? Like, you're super smart, and I trust but I'm like, come on now, like, really? And then, let's see, my gynecologist gave me like like an internal, whatever, and I'm like, okay. She's like, if it hurts at any point, tell me to stop, I'll stop. And when you have cancer, something very freeing happens. Like, I just don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I don't. Like, I'm just gonna live my life, because I know how much time I got left. So anyway, so she's in there, and I'm like, can you stop? She's like, can you give me 2 more seconds? 2 more seconds? 2 more minutes? 2 more minutes? Bitch, there's a big difference between 2 seconds and 2 minutes. So I decided to yell out of my vagina as loud as I could, because I just did not care. No, I really didn't. And then this is kind of funny. After I had surgery, I had an 8-hour surgery, and at the end, they were like, and by the way, you don't have a belly button. I'm like, and you didn't think to tell me that before? Like, that I wasn't gonna have a belly button anymore? So I used to have this really, really deep belly button. And like, I'd have to like make sure it's dried all the way out. So like, I'd jam my finger in there just to make sure it's dry. Well, after my surgery, I had ghost belly button. And I'm on a lot of heavy drugs. And so I decided to try to jam my finger through my incision, and it was not pleasant. But so I have ghost belly button syndrome. It's really a weird thing to have, but I got it. And this is actually my first time out since COVID, so I am popping my post-COVID cherry. My first time out in public not wearing a mask, so I'm excited about this. Anyway, I am Molly Mack. I have many, many, many more stories to tell, so hopefully I'll come back. Thank you.
so sorry. Your hair is beautiful, and I'm so sorry about it. I didn't do it. Now she's not going to vote for me.
Woo!
She's not going to vote for me, and this election is very important.
When I was in the hospital, like, with my cancer, like, this really, really sexy, like, third-year fellow, and he's like, oh, I'd like to do an internal, and I'm like, oh my God, I just showered. As he walked out of the room, and I was stripped buck naked from the waist down in 30 seconds. I'm like, I'm ready. Somebody wants to go in. He was cute. He was sexy. He was like right out of Grey's Anatomy, and it was all professional. But I was just like, I was ready.